of somebody with that mentality. I didn't see anything on him that told me he was a Christian. Well, your treasury. We love these groups, these organizations, fraternities, sororities, football teams, basketball teams. We love all of these things that do nothing for us. And yet, we're hiding. And nobody can see we're true believers. See, by the lack of proper Christian identifiers, it would seem as though there are too many so-called Christians who are passionate about all the things that have nothing to do with God. When was the last time you saw people lined up around the building to get into a church? But when was the last time you saw them lined up around the building to get into a club? When was the last time you saw somebody take their last $10 and put it in the train? But when was the last time you saw somebody take their last $10 and go buy some Patron? Is it even $10? You know, I've been delivered from drinking so long, they were drinking gin and juice. You know, cooked vodka and cranberry juice back when it's been a long time. But when was the last time I've seen people take their last $10 and go down and buy them a couple of blue tops? I forgot what that was, but I heard a guy talking about, man, he owned a liquor store and people were always coming to get blue tops. I think it was a gin or whiskey or something. I'm telling you, I see them digging through their cars, finding change to go in and get them a blue top. But will not give $10 to church. When was the last time? When was the last time we saw believers commit to a ministry for life and say, I'm not leaving this ministry until I'm called away by God? That means that I may get talked about, I may get lied on, I may have a misunderstanding with the pastor, but I'm not leaving this ministry until God himself calls me. I told my pastor when I went out there almost 7 years ago, or when I went literally to his ministry almost 7 years before I started my own, and I told him, I'm committed for life. If God does not call me from here to my own ministry, then I'm not going anywhere. The only way I leave your ministry is because God is putting me in my own. But we've got believers who stay with abusers. We got believers who stay with child molesters. We've got women who are believers who will stay in relationship with pedophiles. Why don't we have that commitment to the things of God? It amazes me. It amazes me. And as we're coming up to the Super Bowl, we're going to have Super Bowl parties left and right. Amen. We're going to even have some in church. But here's the thing. If we could get men to represent God like they do their football teams, there would not be so many lost Christians. Evangelism would be as normal as watching a game, and it'd be more effective. See, here's the thing. I want people here and anybody listening, watching the video. For every man you try to convert to your favorite football team, try to convert them to Christianity. For every woman you try to lock on a new perfume, girl, you got to try this. Try to convert them to Christianity. For every woman that's got that tries to take a woman or to tell her about a sale somewhere, girl, you need to go with me to this sale. Talk to her about God. See, if we could get men, instead of having Super Bowl parties, to have Super Soul parties, then we'd be doing something. Amen. Instead of coming in wearing your insignia that you're down with the Dallas Cowboys or the Denver Broncos, you come in wearing something that says, you know what, I'm down with Christ. I happen to like this team, but my priority is God. And so every time, then let them walk in thinking it's a Super Bowl party and have a big banner that says Super Soul Party. How many are we going to win to our team this year? Come on, man. Jesus. And we could get men to teach their sons how to chase God like we teach them to chase skirts. There would not be so many lost young men. We could get women to teach their daughters to chase God like they chase money. There would not be so many women who are lost. See, the problem is we're hiding. We just talkers. We ain't doing nothing. James 1:23-24 says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. In other words, when we're just talking the word and we're not living the word, it's like a man who looks into the mirror and forgets that he has flaws. And so the moment he leaves the mirror, he's arrogant again because he forgot he ain't that cute. He forgot he's got a big scar on his face. He forgot his face isn't quite symmetrical. Actually, it's asymmetrical. His left eye is 3/4 of an inch lower than his right. See, the only time sometimes we actually act right is when we keep our flawed aspects of ourselves ever present before us. But when we have the ability to forget that we can sometimes have bad character, forget that we make mistakes, then we can't nobody do nothing with us because we become arrogant, high-minded. And so when you're a doer of the word, that protects you from that. When you're living this thing, but when you're just a hearer, that means you just hear it, it goes in one ear out the other, and you just talking, pontificating, flapping your mouth. But see, that's the problem. We have to learn how to live out loud. If everybody else can do it, why can't we do it? Sports fans are living out loud. People who have school pride, alumni, are living out loud. Amen. If you look at, you'll see banners representing everything. People say, my child is a straight-A student at Roadway Elementary, living out loud. Everybody is displaying their love for something but God. We will tattoo people's names on our skin, boldly professing a love for some joker who 2 years from now won't even remember your name. But if somebody would have said, put Jesus Christ, tattoo Jesus Christ's name on your skin, they would, for what? What would I do that for? We're not living this thing. We're not living in faith. We're not doers of the word so often. We're just hearers. We're hiding in plain sight. Nobody can distinguish one person from another, Christian from a heathen, Jew or Greek, Gentile rather. There is nothing that will let people know who we are. We can't even open up, even in church. You find too many people won't even open their mouths up and give God the fruit of their lips.